We must discuss something involving LiAngelo Ball, G3G Honcho. Listen, this man has already came out and gave advice to the young star Bronny James. Yes, I said star. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. Bronny James packs buildings. He has people flying in and out of state. Lord knows, in and out the country. You understand? This guy is a hot ticket. If you haven't seen the aftermath of what's going on in Las Vegas, how Bronny James has the building packed to max capacity. You clearly see an increased amount of people in the building where Bronny is playing compared to when others are playing. You understand? I'm watching it. I got 20/20 vision, ladies and gentlemen. And it's crazy. But Jello, shout out to G3. We all know LiAngelo Ball is one of the Ball brothers. This guy has been famous ever since just pretty much ever since feels like knee high, but they have been on the national stage and they know a little something about scrutiny, publicity, and being in that public eye. So I like what LiAngelo Ball has said. I'm gonna break down what he spoke on. He gave advice to Brownie and Dalton Connect. He was sitting down with Sports Illustrated. These are the things that Jello said. He said, I always tell the younger dudes that stay focused for real. There's a lot of outside noise. Everybody wants to say something about your game or whatnot. As long as you stay true to yourself and work out its levels, so you're going to keep going. I definitely like that advice that he gave. When LiAngelo Ball was in the summer league, I mean, it was obviously scrutiny. And Jello, he didn't even get drafted, but he was such a box office attraction. The star power was undeniable. Nobody wanted to see James Booknight. Nobody wanted to see some of the lottery picks that the Charlotte Hornets had. All they was concerned and captivated with was LiAngelo Ball. And I see the same thing with Bronny James. Bottom line with Bronny is like, no, I think people care about what's going on with Dalton Connect, because I think Dalton Connect is a better prospect than a lot of the other prospects that the Hornets had prior to getting Miller and company. But we're gonna find out, what's going on. At the end of the day, I like when I'm seeing from Bronny James. Bronny James is coming off of a good performance after he was just criticized. They talk about Bronny like he's not a professional basketball player. And that's the same way they spoke about LiAngelo Ball. That's why I believe that Jello is the most qualified to speak on this topic. Bronny is coming off for 13, 5, and 3. Where he put up a clutch jumper in there. He's him and Dalton Connect is pretty much, playing, side by side with one another. They're going to be on the floor with each other a lot, especially as we creep into the regular season, training camp, preseason. That's where you're going to see these guys shine the brightest. So the Lakers, I think, are set up. I think Bronny James, what he is going to be given, I think, is more of a chance than I think Jello is being given, because I think he's being the chance to make his mistakes. With LiAngelo, I felt he didn't get an opportunity to make his mistakes. I felt when Jello would miss a shot or two, it wasn't a confidence thing with Jello, because he was ready to put the next one right up. But I felt they pulled him, a little faster than I think people would have liked. They didn't give him the opportunity to make all his, mistakes. But it is what it is. It seemed like they was married to some of the draft picks that I felt was going in the dead end, and most of them aren't even around no more. You don't know what's going on with Amari Bailey. There's no word on what's going on with, a lot of these guys, so at the end of the day, the Hornets, I think they made a bad choice. I think they should have put more effort into LiAngelo. At that time, I think the best prospects you had was clearly Mark Williams and Jello. The rest of the guys, there's no McGowans, and they didn't cut McGowans. They cut Booknight, they cut JT Thor, they cut all these people. You understand? These were all of the people that they were prioritizing in front of Jello. And I see with the Lakers, the grass seems to be, I ain't gonna say greener, but cleaner. You understand? It look like they don't have as many people that they prioritizing. So it seems like Bronny is a priority over there. So I think that's gonna bode well for Bronny James. But at the end of the day, it's time for Jello to get back in the league. We all know the last time we seen LiAngelo, he was playing for the Astros, D. Jalisco out in Mexico. So he is definitely continuing his professional basketball career. He had aspirations. I'm not sure if it was the summer league, but he did want to go to the South Bay Lakers, and I believe that was the G League. So we getting word. We still got our ears, eyes, and antennas on the situation. What's going on with Jello? As soon as news breaks here at Flight Sports, we will be bringing it to you. That's why it's paramount for you to subscribe. If you're rocking with the Triple Bs, you understand. It's time for Jello to get his opportunity. He spoke on why he wanted to leave Greensboro. You understand? He wasn't getting the opportunities that he would have liked. I think, and it was something going on with the coach, with Coach Camp, who's no longer there. The Charlotte Hornets have revamped the whole entire organization. They just getting the baggage up out of there. You understand? They doing some house cleaning. And I really wish LiAngelo Ball could have been a part of what's happening right now in Charlotte. As the tables are turning, it seems to be a much well-functioning organization. Jello was a part of the Hornets when the dysfunction was running rampant. You understand? And you didn't have the best leadership up top. They was running through coaches. You see when Jello was in the building, he was trying to keep it quiet. You had guys like Devontae Graham, who's no longer there with us. You understand, trying to document what Jello was doing and putting it, knowing what that kind of attention would have brought. I believe LiAngelo was going to be running through the Hornets facility unnoticed. Nobody was going to say nothing. It wasn't about the publicity. So it sucks. What's going on, but it's not over for LiAngelo. He's gonna keep pushing. He's healthy. And I can't wait till we get the next domino on what's going on with LiAngelo, big baller brand. We all know this is a big upcoming season for guys like Lonzo, guys like Melo. I think this is gonna be another big baller brand takeover on the basketball floor. And it's not gonna be nothing anybody gonna be able to do about it. And Bronny, it will bode well for him to get advice from LiAngelo. I really think two guys, obviously Bronny is not from the California area, but he's entrenched in that area now. You understand, with the Sierra Canyon situation. I think Bronny and Jello, they need to build a much closer relationship, especially as Bronny navigates through this terrain. Jello will be able to help him out. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's Flight Sports TV. Make sure you hit the like button and most definitely hit the subscribe button. We got an array of content coming. You already know what it is. I'm not just talking when I say it's about to be a big baller brand takeover. LiAngelo, Jello. You understand? We all know what's going on with Melo, the one of one, Lonzo, ZO2. These guys are gonna be back on the basketball floor before you know it. I'm just getting ready, ladies and gentlemen, because it's about to be a non-stop busy season. It's Flight Sports TV. You should already know what it is.